Hello, welcome back. Today is the 17th of May. It's a Sunday, beautiful overcast day in Hobart as I drive to the track in order for me to rip through a gym and a track session back to back, which I'm super stoked about. I'll be working with my gym coach one-on-one today, just really nailing a few fundamental positions that I was lacking a bit last year, given that I didn't really have the time to perfect my work in the gym with my injury. I've just been so fucking busy recently and it's been awesome. I've been hustling uni, doing hours and hours of that every day, working really hard on my business, on Breakaway Performance, which has been awesome, working heaps still, and yeah, now training, which is just another cool, fun thing to add to the equation. I sort of wanted to chat a little bit about life and where I'm at. So as you'd know, I'm currently studying 3 degrees. I'm doing law, arts and philosophy. So my goal with that was to go on an exchange in some time in in my degrees pathway, and I thought that the Bachelor of Philosophy would be a really good opportunity to do that because you can do whatever units you want in it. It doesn't get charged to HEX, it's just completely free if you maintain a good GPA, which I'm thankfully on. But something's kind of come up. There's a thing called a New Colombo Scholarship, which you can get to go to one of 37 Indo-Pacific regions, and I think it's something I really want to do. So I've decided that I'm going to basically shift my focus on doing that and trying to get out to Japan for a year with my intention on looking at something to do with international arbitration, looking in sort of how Australia and Japan sort of coexist in our bilateral relationship after the war. I think that's really interesting how we went from sworn enemies that were fucking, Japan was bombing us, and now we're, probably definitely one of each other's most significant trade partners. So that'd be awesome. We're going to try, contact a few of my lecturers, which I've done, and go for a few meetings and just sort of get a bit of an understanding on what they're looking for. One of the things I'm doing is I'm entering an essay competition for the Australian-New Zealand Sports Law Association. So right now I'm basically doing 5 uni subjects, all level 2 except for one level 1. An honours thesis on the duty of care in the AFL regarding the drugs policy, which I'm still fleshing that out. It's not completely confirmed that's what I write about. And now, now just trying to do this application process, which is basically another job interview, while also working and doing Breakaway Performance and training. So I thought I'm a pretty unique dude as a 21-year-old doing all this stuff and still trying to maintain a social life. I feel like that's a really interesting mix. So I thought, why not start filming a bit more and showing people how I balance my life and how I make this all work. So that's what the journey's going to be on for this next season. I really wanted to, I like labeling all my seasons with a certain word. Like I've used thoroughbred, which is just fucking get the work in, hustle really hard. Last season was Diamonds Are Forever because, once you run the times that you run, they are yours forever, and I want to hold that to myself. And I'm thinking this year I want to be a professional. I want to rock up in the right kit every session. I want to rock up to work looking professional. I want to walk around, people respecting me for what I do and me respecting myself for how I eat, how I carry myself, how I sleep. So yeah, that's the goal. Another exciting thing is that I'm releasing some apparel for Breakaway Performance, and I'm going to do a little photo shoot with that. It'll be our performance range, and then sneak peek, but I'm looking to do more of a casual range with some of the AS color t-shirts with my design on it that I created, which would be pretty cool. So stay tuned. I'm super keen to get it all done, and come with me for my track session. Alrighty, training has been finished for the day. I knocked out 5x200s with 200 walk in between. Target for them was about 27, so nice and cruisy, sort of 90% odd. Ripped through them in sort of 27 mid, 27 low, and then the last couple were all 26 mid to 26 low. So felt really strong there. About a minute of tiredness and short breathing after each, and then within another 30 seconds I was pretty good. Then went through to the gym and looked at a bit of my, sort of just how my lifting patterns have looked. I've been looking, haven't started formal gymming yet, just been working on general strength stuff. And yeah, did a bit of testing, which kind of revealed I've got a really weak knee drive in my in my right side. Like my stability in my knee is really poor. I look for external stability when I need to be straight and linear. So that's, you know, whatever, expected. Practicing really loading up through my rear, practicing loading up really well through the back of my, through my posterior chain, through my heels, which was really good. Quite uncomfortable. Like, it's a weird feeling to really load. You know, I was only doing sort of 80 kilos of front squats and then back squats, but yeah, it's kind of uncomfy, but my hip range of motion is looking better than it has ever looked, which is super good. And yeah, just general force production stuff. My ability to produce force is still really good. I'm still really happy with that, but just my coordination and my linear knee halving is a little bit off. So that's quite an easy fix. So it's also a pretty notable thing to fix, which will see really strong benefits for me in the future. So super stoked. Now I'm off to grab a feed and hit go to the beach, go for a little dip. So I'm going to start incorporating ice baths in after every track session. I'm probably going to buy a freezer, my own freezer at home, and then buy like an old like wheelie bin or something, spend a couple $100 and never have to buy ice again. So yeah, I'll let you know when I'm doing that. Swim is Dunsky. It was a tough one to start, considering that we're not in paradise in Tassie. It's quite chilly, bit overcast, not an amazing day, but it's good. Got it done anyway. Feeling so much better, so much more awake, I guess. I don't know, just the muscles feel great. And yeah, I was talking to my gym coach today just about who's a pretty talented sprinter. He ran 10.1 a couple of years ago now, but sort of still in that low 10 range. And he was saying that one of his tried and true recovery methods is an ice bath. So I figured, while I don't have the full kit set up now, I'll utilise the ocean because it's free, and also it's a good substitute. So plan now for the day is I'm gonna 1:15, so I'm gonna go home, make the girlfriend and I some lunch, and then we'll send it to the library, probably study for about 2.5 hours, maybe spend half an hour on coaching stuff, and then other than that, just keep it ticking, maybe play some golf in the evening, and then family dinner and some evening work on the coaching stuff. So we'll just keep it ticking over, and that'll be that. Alrighty, study block nailed. I got about maybe a quarter of the way through a politics major assignment on the validity of the Australian Constitution and how it's federally great, but state-wise and particularly human rights-wise, not so good, because Australia does not have legislated human rights in the Constitution. Fun fact, who gives a shit? Anyway, I'm spending my Sunday a little bit more on the physical fatigue side of things rather than the mental fatiguing side of things, because Mondays and Tuesdays are enormous study days for me. I spend about 7 hours doing uni work on a Tuesday, so I like to keep my Mondays and Tuesdays pretty pumped for uni. So today I'm going to just head off to play some golf with one of the boys, or two of the boys actually now. We've recruited a triple. So it should be good fun. We're going to be racing against the sunlight because fuck me, some bloke's just driving in the middle of the road. We'll be battling against the daylight, but a bit of rain flopping as well, but whatever, should be right. I am a horrific golfer, not horrific golfer, I can get around, but I'm not great. I'm a genuine 3-putt specialist on the green, so gonna spend a little bit more time on my tempo work today. I'm gonna really just try and stroke them nice and relaxed, and if I don't go for distance, I'd rather hit a cruisy shot on a fairway, then hit a fucking absolute stinger that goes 30 metres off Broadway. Okay, golf all done. I played not too great, and yeah, it got pretty dark, so we didn't have a chance to finish off the 9 holes. We only got about 7 in, but that's pretty chill. I had a good time with one of my boys, and yeah, time to get inside and start hustling. Just before I close this video out, I wanted to chat about my goals for the season. I think it's super important for me to lay out on a public forum, or just lay out to myself, I guess, is what I want to do this year. And I'm pretty steadfast in these goals, and I've thought about them for a long time. So yeah, I want to speak them and achieve them through this. So first one, my program is going to be significantly more speed focused this year, which is awesome. I really hope that with staying injury free and more time on my speed work, particularly my block starts and acceleration, I really just naturally find the 400 a lot easier of an event. I'm really hoping that I'll just find the 400 a lot easier to run, especially when my speed reserve is, you know, my PB is at 11.6 right now, which is very poor, and admittedly that's because I haven't been fit enough or injury free enough long enough to work on it meaningfully. So the idea is to get sort of low 11s, if not sub 11, that'd be ideal. I'm definitely not ruling 10.9 off the table. That'd be my dream, but we'll see. 200s, I want to be a 22 low, 21 high, more on the 21 high side of things. I think I definitely have the fitness for it. It's just about, as I said, getting the top speed up. And then the big one, the 400, I want to be a 48.5 guy. That's my goal. I want to run 49s pretty consistently, sort of go from 50 lows to 49 mids. And then I want to pull out maybe 2 or 3 48s at nationals and state champs, because I just do perform better in the bigger moments. I do perform better when my periodization of my program works, when I can allow it to work with my training. So yeah, they're my goals. I thought my life is a pretty unique one, being a 21-year-old guy who's doing 3 degrees, full-time athlete, coaching and trying to run a business, and also while working on the side of that. So yeah, my life's a lot. It's very busy, but I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And I have so many amazing people around me that allow me to do what I do. I've got an amazing girlfriend. I've got amazing parents that support me and help me out with that, and always provide a sort of a foundation for me. And my friends, of course, are just, yeah, they're unreal. So yeah, I'm gonna keep hustling, keep thugging it out, and I'll let you know how I go, but you'll see the videos coming out too. So appreciate it all, everyone, for watching, and yeah, see you soon.